Hello, and welcome to the next video that I'm going to be doing with the Miata. Today I'm going to be taking out the aftermarket radio that we put into the car and putting in this NB Miata radio. The reason I'm doing this is because right now the aftermarket radio that's in the car is the only thing that stands out as being not stock in there. And I mean, being not stock obviously is not a problem, but it stands out so much to the point where I just want it to look flush and natural again in there. So that's why I've decided to replace my radio with an NB one. And this radio, as you can see, it has a radio, a CD player, and a cassette deck. And one thing I have mentioned before on this channel is I do collect CDs. So I have a CD collection of my own, so that's important to have for me. And with the cassette deck, I can hook up a Bluetooth cassette player, so I will still have Bluetooth from my phone. So yeah, that's my plan for today. Another thing you may notice is I have purchased a new steering wheel for my car. It's an NRG Neo Chrome one, so it matches my lug nuts that I have on the car. And I also replaced my shift knob with the same color, so it all looks really good in there. Unfortunately, I did not record an installation video for this, and the reason for that is I was going to, but then I turned my camera on and it was almost at dead battery, so I didn't want to delay this install just to have to charge my battery for the next hour and a half, so I went ahead and just did the install anyways. So there won't be a video on that, but I hope you guys like these shots of it that you're about to see. And yes, it makes the ding. And it is a quick release, so I can do this. Take it off. Put it back on. But anyways, that's not the point of this video. So let's start taking out the center console once again. Now I'm going to be taking out the headstone, and to do so, there's one screw here. I have to take these out, and to take these out, you basically just stick a screwdriver in, and it sort of just pops out like that. So that was easy. And then the reason we had to do that is because there's two screws right up in here. I'm just going to take out right now. And then this should come out. And it looks like there's one wiring harness. That was connected right here. And yeah, there's the headstone. Next up, I'm going to take the radio out with these 4 screws. So there is the aftermarket ugly radio that I have. Now, I'm going to unclip the wiring harnesses. And there it is. This wiring is actually very decent that Mitch did for me, as you guys can see. So, cool. Alright, so I brought the new radio and cassette into the car, and now I have to figure out if they will plug in. Okay. Oh my god, it works. It actually works. I bought these not knowing if they worked. Okay. So it looks like the cassette is not the same wiring harness. No, it is not. So the cassette will not match up, but honestly, that's fine for now because I have enough CDs where that's not an issue. So I'm not actually that upset about that, which means for now, until I get an adapter, which I can get, I am just going to be only plugging in the radio on top, and then this will just be for show on the bottom. So now I'm going to spend some time working on fitment, and also really quick making sure that everything works as I thought. Yes, it works. All right, I need to turn the car off, take the battery out, and screw that in. Perfect. Now, we just gotta get it into place somehow, because I have absolutely no idea how I'm supposed to do that, but we will see, I suppose. Okay, so now is the part of the video that I have been dreading this entire time. And that is because on my car, in order to fit an NB radio, you have to cut away at the side of the plastic of the headstone. And so that means everything I do right now cannot be undone. So I'm gonna cut away a tiny bit, try and fit it, tiny bit, try and fit it, over and over and over again until I can fit the headstone over top of the radio and make it flush. So here we go with that. Alright, so now that I have made the hole of the headstone bigger, I've figured out that I'm running into another fitment issue. This sort of bump stop thing on the back of the cassette is too long and it's preventing me from getting it flush in there. So basically, I figured out that I need about the width of this plastic piece taken off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew this, which is the rubber piece that prevents vibration. And then from this bolt, I'm going to use my side cuts to cut off that exact amount, and then do the same on here, and then put the rubber back on so that it still prevents vibration, but it'll fit flush. So let's do that really quick. Alright, well I've just figured out that you can actually screw this bolt in a little bit. So now I'm doing it that way, I suppose. Alright, but that still means I still have to cut this. Okay, now let's take it to the car again. Now it's time to try and make some stuff fit. The bracketing for the NB radio is completely different, at least from what I can tell, from the NA radio. So I don't necessarily have a way to securely bolt it in, but I'm sort of hoping that the headstone can sort of just do that for me. And I'm going to try and play with it and make it hopefully work, and we will see. So when I have it like this, it is in place technically. I could screw this in, but, and this, yeah, so this isn't actually in place as well as it could be. But I mean, technically it's in, but I'm gonna keep messing with it and try and make it better than this. I'm happy with that. I will 100% take that for right now. And that's, the headstone is holding it in. Eventually I'll do something about these, because fitment wise there's absolutely nothing I can do about them. That's just the way that the NB headstone works, is it covers those up and it looks nice and flush. But with the way that the NA one works, there's nothing I can do about that right now. I'll probably end up getting something to just cover those up. But for right now, you know, this actually looks really clean for what I can do. So I'm gonna start putting some bolts back in, and yeah, let's put some bolts in. This is actually pretty exciting. I was not expecting to be able to get this far today, so let's do this. All right, I need some bolts. Where are my bolts? They're outside. Boom. Not putting that in the video. Alright, thank you all for watching this video. It's been a long time coming. This radio is definitely not perfect. There's some things that I need to fix here and there on my own time, but for today I will definitely take how it looks. I think it looks a lot closer to how it did when it was stock, and I think compared to the aftermarket radio that we put in, it's definitely a big upgrade. So I'm very happy with what I got done today, and I think it looks really cool. So thank you guys for watching this video.